Just like that, we are back continuing the case journey for the S25 Ultra. Today we are checking out the pin button case from Pitaka. Now, huge shout out to Pitaka for sending this out to the channel for review. As always, if you're interested, the links will be down below. Now, depending on when you're watching this video, this case is not out yet. But look, I wanted to review this case as soon as possible. I am 22 cases in. And look, this is by far my favorite case. Now, that's both good and bad because this case makes it extremely difficult to try out other cases. Because every time I take this case off, I feel like I'm missing something. And you can probably guess it's because of the customizable buttons. Now, I will say this case is not perfect. I am not saying this is the best case you can buy for the S25 Ultra. I'm saying this is personally my favorite case. My opinion, my favorite case so far, because this one is so cool. We got tech in our cases now. But like I said, this is the Pitaka Pin Button Case. Now, great presentation from Pitaka as always. Pull it right out. Now, this is how you set up the pin buttons. Now, I'm going to leave this in here for me. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, so future me, when you're watching this, throw it up somewhere at the top of the screen, the time to jump to for the tutorial in case you're just here for that. We're going to do our normal case review, and then I'm going to show you how to set this up. So, yo, if future me, if you actually remembered to throw up a timestamp, yo, buy yourself a piece of tech. You did good. Yo, you got to reward yourself. Now, diving right in, you can see you have instructions on how to remove the case. You have the QR codes in case you want to go watch a video on how to install this case. Now, this case is not that difficult to put onto your phone at all. Let's go ahead and push this out. If I can get it out, boom, boom, just like that. And you can see, now this case is made of a few different materials. You have your TPU, you have your woven fabric on the back, and then you do also have this microfiber lining on the inside, along with the metallic buttons on both sides. So quick tour, you have your mic cutout at the top, you have your 3 pin buttons on the side. Down here, you have your S pin cutout, your speaker cutout, your Type-C, your other mic, and you can see they do have a little bit of company branding at the bottom, their new logo, which looks pretty good. And I like that they decided to put it at the bottom of the case, not on the back of the case where it's right in the middle of the case and you can't avoid it. It's at the bottom, it's kind of hidden. On the right side, you have your power button and your volume buttons. Like I said, you have your microfiber lining on the inside. In this case, also has MagSafe. Let's go ahead and put it, before we put it in, you can see the case is pretty sturdy. Now, this case can be used for drop protection. Not saying to go through your phone. I'm just saying most of Pitaka's carbon fiber cases are thin minimalist case. This is still a thin minimalist case. It doesn't add that much bulk. It doesn't add that much weight. But you can see it's more protection. This is more along the lines of like your normal case. But let's go ahead and throw it right in. Boom, boom. Goes in with no issues at all. And this is how it looks, starting with the cameras on the back. Now, this may be something that some people don't like. You can see the cameras are not all that recessed down in there. They're barely recessed. So if you like to have that extra camera protection, you're not getting it, but you can see there is some camera protection. And my favorite part of all, as always, individual camera cutouts. Every case should have that. Once again, the mic cutout is even at the top. You have your 3 buttons on the side. You have your S Pen. Your S Pen comes out very easily, no issues there. Your speaker, Type-C, your mic, the branding once again. The buttons feel metallic and they are very tactile. Let's see if you can hear it. You can hear the buttons are very tactile. Now, the biggest knock I have on this case, just my personal biggest knock, the case is smooth on the sides, which can make it kind of slippery. I do wish they had some type of grip patterns on the side of the phone, but I use their magnet rings, so that's not the biggest deal, because once you apply one of these magnet rings, you can see, unless you get super crazy with it, and you can see this is not, you have to get crazy with it, it is not going to fall off. So I highly recommend that you pick up a magnet ring for your phone, and it doesn't even have to be from Pitaka. There are other ones you can find on Amazon. You throw it on just like that, and you can see the magnet is very strong. I just like to keep it within, the Pitaka ecosystem, but these can also be used as a kickstand. So I do absolutely love this magnet ring holder, but I don't always remember this thing. I don't have the best memory. I leave this at work in pans, find it 2 weeks later. Love this thing, but I don't always have it with me. So enhanced grip along the sides would have been huge. And something else, let me get my phone to wipe down. Something else that most of you probably won't like, it does not bother me all that much because I'm kind of like conscious about where I put my phone face down at. But if you can see, there is not much lip to this case. There is some, but not as much as some people like. So those are like my two biggest complaints about this. I wish that there was more grip along the sides of the phone and that it had just a little bit more lip. Not a big deal at all. Let's go ahead and try out MagSafe charging. You can see it's charging up without an issue, and the magnet strength is very good on here, so no issues with that. And if you're not into MagSafe, of course, wireless charging is gonna charge up with no issues at all once you get it positioned. And I always struggle with this part. Once you find the sweet part of the charging ring, there's no issues with wireless charging in any way. Let's try that one more time. Let's see if I can get it on the first try. Boom, throw it on there. It's charging up. So wireless charging is a go, no issues there. Like I said, this is a personal favorite of mine. Now, this is where the tutorial begins. You can see the 3 buttons along the side of the case. This gives this phone so much more utility. A case can be can change your whole phone, and that's why I love this case. So let's go ahead. Let me clear my history, make sure y'all not seeing nothing. But yeah, so in order to set this up, all you have to do, we will go to your settings and you will go and type in NFC. If your NFC is already on, great. You don't have to do anything. You're good to go. If it's not, go ahead and turn it on. We will back out. Let me make sure I'm not blinding y'all too much and y'all can see that. And then go back to your settings and hit routines. So you can do it 2 different ways. If you hit modes and routines, you'll just have to go one more step and hit routines. Now, if you just do that one more time. If you just search routines and hit the first one, it'll take you directly there. Now, this is where you can set everything up at. If you go ahead and hit plus, you will do plus here and search NFC. NFC tagged will come up. Just select that. Now, it does not matter how you program your buttons. Set it up any way you want. For this tutorial, I'm just going to start at the top and go down. You can say this is 1, 2, 3. You can say 1, 2, 3. You don't even have to use all of them. You could skip the middle. However you want to set it up is how you can do it. So we're going to press and hold the first one. We will name this, let's call it L1. Hit done. If NFC is tagged, this is what will happen. So you can set this up for different apps, different things with your Galaxy devices, modes, connection. So many possibilities you can set up with this. So we're just going to say, if I hold that down, we're going to open up, let's see. I am very forgetful. So let's say the first one, we're going to open up a new note. So we'll go ahead and say open new text note. We'll hit done and then we'll save it. I'll just call it, let's call it memory because I'm forgetful. So we'll call that memory and we'll hit done. So let's go ahead and back out. So now if you press and hold for like 1 second, you'll see a new note opens up. That is so cool. Let's do it one more time. Hit settings, search, routines, go ahead and create a new one. If, once again, so NFC should be up there this time. Select NFC, NFC tagged. We're going to the second one. Press and hold second. Let's call this L2. Done. If L2 is tagged, we will, let's say we want to silent our device. So let's go silence and then search for sound mode and volume, and then we'll set it to mute. Hit done, save, and you can even like assign a little picture to it. So let's go ahead and create a little volume picture. We'll call it volume. I don't know. Let's go volume, hit done. And so now we'll come over here. We'll turn the volume all the way up to make sure everything is up, just like that. And now when you hit the second button, you'll mute it. How dope is that? That is so cool. So I really like that. The only thing I wish you could do is like if you double tap the button or hold the button again, it would like close you out of it, but you can't really do that. You could like program another button to, to close out of it or to change the settings back to whatever. So that's the only minor problem, but to have these additional features, that is so cool. Let's go and set up the last one. Hit search, routines, add another one. So once again, we will hit NFC or go ahead and select it because it would already be there. For the third one, press and hold. And let's call it L3. Done. And if L3 is tagged, let's go ahead and assign it to open. What should we do? What should we have it do? All right, so let's do this. Let's add Gemini. So we'll open Gemini. Because right now on your phone, if you hold down the power button, if you haven't changed it yet, if you hold down the power button, you'll open up Gemini. But personally, I like to have that button use my flashlight. So I took Gemini off. So we'll go ahead and, since I'm assigning it to the third one, we'll have it as Gemini. So we'll hit save. I'm going to call it AI. Let's see, do they got a little picture? Do they got like a little, all right, boom, they got a robot. We'll hit done, and you can see, got it as, it added the picture. It's AI, and we will go ahead and hold down the third button, and the Gemini pops up. So once again, the first one is notes. The second one will turn up all the volume controls. We'll hit the second one. It mutes everything. And then we'll hit the third one. It opens up Gemini. This case is so cool. It adds utility. It adds function. Really, really like this case. Like I said, it's not too bulky. It looks really great. The only issues I had, like I said, once again, wish it had enhanced grip on the sides, and the lip may be an issue for some people, especially if you have a thick tempered glass screen protector. The screen protector might hang over some, but right now with the lower amount of lip, you can swipe back in and out of apps. So like you can see, I can still get to my sides. So you can swipe back with no issues there. It's not blocking anything. This is by far my favorite case. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any questions, let me know what settings you're going to use for your 3 buttons. Really, really like this case if I haven't already said it too many times. Hey, yo, it's Vito's Tech. Let me know what you're going to do with the buttons in the comments down below. I'll catch you later. Deuces.